We're just tired of the fakeness. We're tired of narcissistic parents giving these crocodile tears, acting like they are so concerned and so worried about their children when they're talking to other people. But all that is gossip. It's just another way for them to have all of these theatrics for them to make their lives seem much more enjoyable. Like they feed off that drama, they feed off of that energy. When they can be seen as someone in a horrible situation, or a horrible situation because their child is in a horrible situation, all of that concern that they are given from other people is fuel to them. It's like they're getting attention because their child is going through something. But all this is for attention. They would pick up the phone and call any and everybody that they can to talk about what their child is going through when their child is struggling with something. But once their child gets out of that struggle, the parent is not even helping the child. They're not even helping their child out. They're not even checking in with their child while they're going around gossiping to everybody else about what their child is going through. So in 1 minute, they're sounding so concerned, got these fake crocodile tears coming out. I'm just so concerned. I'm just worried. I just hope that my child is okay. But are you checking on your child? Are you calling your child to ask them, are they okay? Are you checking in on their well-being? Or are you spending more time talking to everybody else about what your child is going through than you are talking to your actual child that is going through something difficult? They just want attention. They just want all this attention from everybody else so they can be seen as this loving, wonderful parent that is just so concerned and so upset because their child is going through something. But behind closed doors, they could give two less of a fuck. They could care less. And then when their child gets out of that situation, are they calling up everybody else and letting them know, yeah, my child is doing much better, my child is doing fine, they're okay? No. No, because they don't care about how their child is being. And then they don't have no other way to keep up the conversation. They just go from 1 minute talking about how concerned they were to just acting like nothing happened. Because then they'll have to ask, oh, well, what are you doing to help your child? How are you helping them? What's going on? How are they doing? They're going to have to be honest about the fact that they're not even helping their child at all. They're not even being honest about the fact that they don't even give a damn about their child and their child's struggles. They actually were glad that their child was in that struggle. They were having a good kick out of talking about their child struggling. Because then when the conversation is turned around and their child is doing better, they're going to ask the parent, well, how have you been helping them get better? They don't have nothing to say because they weren't helping you. They're not going to mention how they were abusing their child and treating their child like shit the moment they got out of whatever situation they were in. They're not going to mention that. They're going to mention the part that makes them look like the good parent, but they're not going to mention how they really were. That's what's up to the child to expose the parent and say, no, they did not check in with me. No, they were not calling me. No, they were not asking about my well-being. No, they have not been supportive. No, they have not. They bring up the fact that the child has to go on a sick leave and is unable to work for a little while, and they're not working. Of course they're not working. They're sick. They've gone through something. Why are you rubbing it in their face that they're not working? But if you're rubbing it in their face that they're not working because they're sick, are you helping put money in their pockets? Are you helping provide for them? Their account is in the negative. Have you contributed some money to get their account out of the negative? They couldn't pay their cell phone bill because they were not working because they were sick. They were on a sick leave. They're months behind on their cell phone bill. Are you helping them turn that phone back on? Are you helping them turn their service back on? No. Are you offering to give them a damn dime? No. So don't sit up here and try to act like y'all care when y'all don't. Because I know y'all are watching me. That's why it's up to children to expose their parents for who they really are. Because they can sit up here and flaunt around to everybody else that they're these great parents that really care about their child's well-being when they don't. They don't. They want all of this grace for the mistakes that they made in their parenting, but are they giving their children grace? They want their child to meet the parent's needs, but is the parent even meeting the child's needs? How does that work? How do you get mad and offended at your child for not meeting your needs when you didn't even meet theirs? The parents don't even meet the child's needs, but expects for the child to meet their needs. No, that's not how that works. You got to be a severely mentally ill person to abuse somebody when they are fresh out of a hospital. Whether they were in the hospital because they were sick, whether they were in the psych ward. If they're fresh out of the hospital, that was a traumatic experience that they had to go through. All they need is love and support and someone to hold space. And if they can't even do that when it's in their child's time of need, you don't deserve to be a parent, and that child deserves better. You don't deserve that child. That child deserves so much better than you, than the both of you. Because when they parading around, helping everybody else, helping all these other relatives, what about your child that needs help? Why are you neglecting your child that lives in your home when you are so quick to help everybody else out? Your child needs a lending hand, but you're smacking your child's hand away to go help other people because you want to be seen as the very helpful one. Well, keep that same energy for your home. Keep that same energy for your own offspring, but you don't because you don't like that child. You despise that child. Don't you think that maybe if you would have helped this child, that they probably would have been in a better situation by then? But all you do is stress the child out, which is making it worse, which is making it harder for them to move forward because they got all this stress that they're dealing with. But if you want to have arguments in your own motherfucking house, then keep doing what you're doing. Because I won't back down. Because it's at a certain point where the black sheep, they don't give a damn who you are. You're not finna talk to them crazy. You're not finna talk to them disrespectful. You're not finna come play in our face. You're not finna come up in our face with all this drama and all this yelling and screaming and fussing and fighting. We gonna match your energy clear as day right there to let you know you gonna stop. You're not gonna treat me like that. Because we're fed up. We're fed up of being treated like we're less than. We're fed up of being treated like we're less than human. You gonna make us start treating us like humans. Because we gonna enforce it through our actions and through our energy. No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting that behavior. I'm not accepting that mistreatment. I'm not accepting this abuse. I'm not accepting your fucking gaslighting either. Narcissistic parents are truly scum of this fucking earth.